How Cooper Flagg's injury could impact Duke's ACC tournament run and NCAA seeding. The college basketball world held its breath on Thursday night when Duke freshman sensation Cooper Flagg went down with a left ankle injury in the ACC quarterfinals against Georgia Tech. Flagg was helped to the locker room, later spotted in a wheelchair, and ultimately ruled out for the second half. Adding to the Blue Devils' woes, Malik Brown also left the game after suffering a shoulder injury and was later taken to the hospital. Duke head coach Jon Scheyer provided an update post-game, confirming that Flagg's X-rays were negative, indicating a sprained ankle, but acknowledged that his return for Friday's ACC semifinal was a real long shot. With Flagg and Brown's status uncertain, analysts Jeff Borzello, Joe Lunardi, and Myron Medcalf weighed in on what this could mean for Duke's NCAA tournament seeding, strategy, and Flagg's awards candidacy. How could Duke's NCAA seeding be affected? Joe Lunardi. The selection committee will wait until the last possible moment to assess Flagg's status before making any adjustments to Duke's tournament seeding. If Flagg doesn't return for the ACC tournament but is expected to play early in the NCAA tournament, Duke will likely retain its number 1 seed. Only if there's a near-certain indication that he'll miss extended time would the committee consider dropping the Blue Devils from the top line. Jeff Borzello. If Duke wins the ACC tournament without Flagg, its number 1 seed is secure. However, if they lose in the semifinals and teams like Houston, Florida, and Michigan State win their respective conference tournaments, there's a small chance Duke could slip to a number 2 seed. Still, the selection committee will be looking for more answers on Flagg's status before making a final decision. Myron Medcalf. The selection committee doesn't have one uniform set of criteria, each member prioritizes different factors. If there's uncertainty about Flagg's recovery timeline, it could influence the debate over the tournament's number 1 overall seed. However, unless an update suggests Flagg could miss multiple NCAA tournament games, it's unlikely that Duke's body of work would be overlooked to the point of losing a top seed. Should Scheyer sit Flagg until the NCAA tournament? Borzello. Given Duke's current standing, it might be wise to hold Flagg out until at least the second round of the NCAA tournament. The Blue Devils shouldn't need him to defeat a 16 seed in the first round, and extra rest could help ensure he's at full strength for the deeper stages of March Madness. Of course, this will depend on how Flagg's ankle responds to treatment in the coming days. Medcalf. Absolutely. Flagg's long-term health, not just for Duke, but for his NBA future, should be the priority. Sitting him until at least the NCAA tournament's second round could give him over a week of recovery time, minimizing the risk of further injury. However, without knowing the full severity of the sprain, it's tough to predict the best course of action. How would Duke adjust without Flagg and Brown? Borzello. Losing both Flagg and Brown would significantly weaken Duke's frontcourt. At full strength, the Blue Devils have a balanced lineup, but without Flagg, they'd lose their best playmaker and defensive anchor. Expect Mason Gillis and Isaiah Evans to see increased roles, particularly from a shot-making perspective. If Brown is also sidelined, Patrick Nongba could be thrust into key minutes, though he remains relatively unproven this season. Medcalf. Duke has already seen the defensive struggles that come with playing without Brown. Earlier this season, Scheyer pointed out Brown's role in defending Auburn's Johnny Broome, allowing Duke to avoid defensive mismatches. Or putting Flagg in foul trouble. Without both players, Duke's Final Four chances take a serious hit, even though they still have NBA-level talent. In the meantime, Con Newpel and Tyrese Proctor will need to step up as offensive leaders, while Gillis and Nongba take on heavier workloads. Could Flagg's injury affect the Wooden Award race? Borzello. Johnny Broome had a clear path to winning the Wooden Award before his mid-January ankle injury, which allowed Flagg to surge ahead in the race. The key factor now is how much time Flagg misses. Since voting closes after the first weekend of the NCAA tournament, any prolonged absence could influence voters. However, Flagg's dominant January performances still give him an edge in the race. Medcalf. With voting already underway, most Wooden Award ballots are likely finalized. Flagg has been the most impactful player in the country, but if he's out for an extended period, some voters may reconsider their picks. However, history shows that injuries don't always derail award chances. Kenyon Martin won the Wooden Award 25 years ago despite breaking his leg during his conference tournament. That said, this year's race between Broom and Flagg has been much closer, making Flagg's injury a potential factor in the final vote. What's next for Duke? Duke now faces arch-rival North Carolina in the ACC semifinals, with Flagg's and Brown's statuses in doubt. Their potential absences complicate Duke's path to both an ACC title and NCAA tournament success, but the Blue Devils remain a top-tier contender regardless. As the tournament selection committee weighs Duke's injury concerns, and Flagg focuses on recovery, all eyes will be on Sunday night's bracket reveal, and whether Duke can hold onto its number 1 seed despite uncertainty surrounding its biggest star.